Going to be a review for Needful Things from 1993. Stephen King book. So interesting movie. Saw this. I think I saw this in the 90s on TV, and I've always enjoyed this movie a lot. Max von Sydow is amazing in it. I think this is one of his best performances. Perfect casting. Absolutely perfect casting. So the synopsis: a mysterious new shop opens in a small town which always seems to stock the deepest desires of each shopper with a price far heavier than expected. Um, this is a book I would maybe want to read of King's. He actually, I think, helped write the screenplay to it, so that's interesting. He usually doesn't do that. So maybe he likes this movie of his books because I don't think he likes a lot of the movies that are made of his books, but very good movie, good cast. You got Max von Sydow, Ed Harris, Bonnie Bedelia, Amanda Plummer, J.T. Walsh. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's in Die Hard 2, Presumed Innocent. Um, Don S. Davis. These actors have been in a lot of stuff. But I think the best parts of this movie is Sydow, Ed Harris, Bonnie Bedelia, and J.T. Walsh. Amanda Plummer's good too. Um, but basically, this guy comes into town. He sells needful things. Um, and you begin to find out this happens. You pretty much get this feeling pretty early. He's pretty evil, and maybe the devil. So I'm not sure if they say that exactly, but he calls him a monster and stuff. So he's basically the devil, and he knows exactly what these people would want, what would make them happy, or they think would make them happy. Just get that one thing, and then I'll be happy, type of thing. And let's say it doesn't work out great for most of them. Um, I think a standout performance besides Sydow is J.T. Walsh. He's a very good actor. Whenever I see him in anything, he is just very good. So entertaining. He's such an entertaining actor. He's an intense actor. I mean, he's in Breakdown, A Few Good Men. Probably that's one of his most famous roles, A Few Good Men, Sling Blade. And unfortunately, he died. He wasn't that old, and he died in 1998. It's too bad. I guess he had a misdiagnosis. On Wikipedia, it says this. I don't know. From an EKG, he had chest pains. He went in, got a misdiagnosis from EKG, and he died soon after. Had a heart attack in the hospital. Um, doesn't it? I think it said he was a lifelong smoker and maybe drinker too. So it's too bad. Um, but yeah, he's so good in this movie. I mean, he's him and Sydow are probably the best parts of this movie, I'd say. And it seems like an interesting guy. But yeah, it's too bad he died. I mean, you know, it would have been nice to see him in more movies, but um he's in a very good movie with Nicolas Cage. What is it, Red Rock West? Yeah, that's a good movie. But anyways, he's amazing in this. He owns this, he sells boats, and he begin to learn he's kind of in debt, and he's been, well, I'll get into that in the spoilers, I guess. But yeah, I really like the movie. Directed by Fraser C. Heston. He was a second unit director on City Slickers. Well, he was the infant Moses in the Ten Commandments, 1956. That's interesting. But I mean, I haven't, you know, he directed a movie called Alaska. I've never heard of these movies, so he directed a TV movie, A Treasure Island. But yeah, I think he does a really good job. I mean, the only criticism of the movie maybe would be, I don't know, maybe it's a little too long because it's about 2 hours. I don't know, maybe you could cut like 5-10 minutes off of it, but it's not really that big of a deal because it's so entertaining. To watch Sydow just totally just play people in this town like a puppet. Everyone but Ed Harris, that is the sheriff. Luckily, because otherwise the town, yeah, would be gone. But so very awesome movie. Good script. I didn't know King was on it till I looked at the IMDb, so that's cool. But yeah, really enjoy it. Um, some good cinematography too. Let's see who did the music. There's pretty good music too. Patrick Doyle. I don't know who that is. Okay, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Cinderella, Gosford Park, Murder on the Orient Express. I think he works with Kenneth Branagh a lot. Thor. Yeah, it's like Branagh's guy. So, haven't seen a lot of his work, but Carlito's Way, I've seen that. That's a decent movie. But yeah, I'll get into spoilers now. So Sydow, he spoilers, he is the devil basically, and he's playing everyone like a fiddle. Like he sells them an item that they can't afford. So he's like, "Oh, you just pay like half now, and then you'll owe me a favor." He's like, "Just a small favor. It's nothing." And he kind of he almost like magically knows some of the beefs in the town, some of the hatreds, the old hatreds, and he gets people to go do deeds for him. Like he gets this kid who wants this Miss Mickey Mantle card, and it's like magical because it's written for him. It's like is David, I think is his name. It's written for him, and he wants the card, and then but he only has like 95 cents or something. So he has him do a couple things, and he goes and he finds out that Amanda Plummer, who has a dog, always barks at this lady, Valerie Broomfield, and she owns a turkey farm with her husband. So they kind of hate each other because the dog always barks at her. She hates the dog. She threatens the dog. So he goes and he like they're drying their clothes. He goes and gets mud and stuff on the ground, soaks all the clothes. So he does this. He does that. She goes home, and she runs into it, and she thinks that Plumber did it because she just threatened the dog like a few days before. Then later, Amanda Plummer works at a coffee or at a diner owned by Bonnie Bedelia, and then the kid goes and steals an apple box from that place, puts the apple box at the farm, breaks all their windows with apples, so kind of frames her again. And then he has someone else. I think it's this guy that really wants this jacket this of him that he had in high school. This guy's a drunk. He's very depressed. This reminds him of better times. So he gives him some money, but then he has him also do a deed for him, which is to go and he has him go kill Amanda Plummer's dog, which he does. She then sees the dead dog. She thinks that Broomfield did it. So then she goes there with a knife, and they both fight each other. They both end up dying. J.T. Walsh owns a boat shop. He's in debt. He's also a gambler, and he's pretty much a drunk too. And he then goes there and he sells him like this racetrack thing where you wind it up and it has these races, and it helps him win some money because it's magical. It's like magic, and the ones that win the races on the toy track win in real life. He really gets his grips into him the most. He then starts being really mean to his wife. He's drinking more. He's doing these other deeds for him, and later he comes into play. Bonnie Bedelia has a bad arthritis in the hands, and he seems to be able to get rid of it. He gives her this charm, and it basically gets rid of her pain, this magic charm that he said was from ancient Egypt. And I don't know, there's like a little bit of a thing between him and her and Sydow. So and she is gonna marry Ed Harris too. So there's all these. Everyone has these. It's all intertwined. And there's more. There's even more things. Like there's a father, or a William Morgan Shepherd. Shepherd. He's that's funny. He's a priest. He's a priest of a Catholic church. Don S. Davis is a pastor, a reverend of a Protestant church, and they already hate each other. He puts up flyers saying, he doesn't like, he's not a fan of Catholicism. He puts up flyers. There's a casino run in the Catholic church. I mean, it's for charity, so it's not really. But he says that's evil. They have beef. They both get things from Sydow, although you don't really you see a little bit of what they get, but yeah, and there's all like and basically the town starts to fall apart. People start to attack and kill each other. J.T. Walsh at the end is, his performance is amazing. Like he's just so good. Like at one point he's like digging this grave, and I think he's putting these bombs in it that Sydow gave him, and And Sydow, says like, you truly are a disgusting being. And then the JT Walsh just like laughs, and then he's like, that's the kind of man I can get behind, or something. So, um, I mean, it's a good script. I think it's the performances that really just make it come alive. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the movie. This guy directed only like 3, 4 theatrical movies and a couple TV movies, and I think he did a pretty good job. I don't know if Alaska's any good, but if I don't know if I ever see it, I may check it out. But yeah, my only real complaint is, maybe it's 5, 10 minutes too long. I don't know, but it's fine though. So, but just maybe a little too long. Good music, really some nice shots, some good cinematography. Has a nice tone to it. Ed Harris is great in it, as always. Ed Harris is, such a solid actor. I've always been a fan of Ed Harris. I mean, even in a movie like The Rock, like he gives an amazing performance, like just so good. Even in a Michael Bay movie, but I think that's when Michael Bay used to be a little better. Because like Bad Boys 1, The Rock, amazing movies. Um, but yeah, great movie. I think amazing cast. So check it out. If you haven't seen it, but yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe I'll look at a little trivia. Stephen King's original novel also featured a return appearance by Ace Merrill, the bully played by Kiefer Sutherland in Stand By Me. This was the first film debut of the director. This is the only film set in Castle Rock to also be produced by Castle Rock Entertainment. And yeah, you learn that Sydow throughout, hundreds of years has been going to different towns, wreaking havoc. Oh, Amanda Plummer, her father is Christopher Plummer. Oh, I didn't even know that. Later appeared in another film, Stephen King film, Dolores Claiborne. So, hmm. But yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.